Cozy Week continues tonight with a new book by author Tim Hyland. Tim and Connie Pearl, the book's introductions author, are here tonight to tell us about the last quarter. Thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, great to be here.
Yes,
thank you.
Good to be here.
Tim, when did you decide that you wanted to be an author?
Well, this is my first book, and I never really consciously decided to be an author. I always liked to write, but I never really thought about publishing. And as I approached my 75th birthday a couple of years ago, this whole thing about the aging process was starting to get me down a little bit, and I was looking for a positive way to deal with it. And so I started reading, things related to, spiritual awakening in our later years. And I started sending an email out to people, and that grew and grew till, they were sending it to about 500 people. So and people kept saying, you need to put this in a book. You need to put this in a book. And so I did.
So that's what inspired you then kind of to write the book and put it all together?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a journey for me because I had never done that. And I made a lot of mistakes in getting it published, but I finally got it done.
So Connie, you wrote the intro for the book. So tell us a little bit about why you love the idea and wanted to be a part of all of this with Tim.
Okay, well, actually, Tim and I have been friends for a long time. And even though he likes to remind me, I am 6 months older than him. So I was very interested when I started receiving his blog. And it really resonated with me at the place I am right now in my life. And in the journey that I'm on. So I felt like there was a lot of good information there on how to follow this journey. So I encouraged him to go ahead and put it in book form. And I just enjoyed receiving that every morning as part of my daily reading. Just sort of a little nudge to look at the aging process a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Maybe not necessarily convincing myself that everything was going to be easy, but maybe the way I looked at it, I could look at that a little bit different.
Tim, how difficult was it for you to develop this sense of a time of awakening versus a time of diminishment?
Well, yeah, it took some work. And I think that's the whole point of the book is that, I started out by reading a book called Aging with Grace by Kathleen Dowling Singh. And she was a wonderful, she was a hospice worker for many, many years, and she saw people transition. And she saw at the point of transition, this awakening, as she called it, where everything of this world was going to be let go. And her whole point of her book was, but you don't have to wait till you die to do this part of the awakening. If you really want to, then you can start working at this awakening process through the positive, by generating positive energy each day and not getting caught, as I said, in diminishments that just come naturally with old age.
Yeah. So the 12-step recovery program kind of was a foundation for this mindset. Tell us how that's connected to everything.
Yeah, I have been sober as of last April for 35 years. And so the 12-step program, which is all about taking responsibility for your own actions and not looking around to blame other people. And certainly the 12 steps encourage you to take a positive outlook on life and to help other people. And so in writing the book, eventually my idea was, well, if everybody thinks it's a positive idea, then I'll pass it on to some new people.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So where can people get the book that you wrote?
Well, it's on most all your major book outlets, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all of them actually. And there's a website that's just gone up. I think it's live now. And on that website, you'll be able to also order the book there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and telling us all about your book, Tim. We really appreciate it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tuesday Tips is next. So we're going to show you how to have a red carpet holiday season and how you can get your hands on Nestle Toll House cookie tacos. We'll be right back.